our way on this Tuesday. There's that light again. I'm just checking to see how many it's on. We'll give it another 20 seconds and we'll get started with our cardio and core. So grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a mat and get ready to sweat. So we have a lovely full body workout this morning. We're going to be jumping from cardio down to core, up and down off the mat, and combining muscle exercises for every single part of the body. So we're going to start with mountain climbers. We're going to flip over into a crunch. We're going to do a lateral shuffle. We're going to do some ankle crosses on the floor, a little bit of punching and stress relief on a Tuesday morning, plank, jumping jack, and we're going to finish with the dead bug. So when you're ready, we're going to bring it onto the toes and just start to jog it out and get warmed up. So nice and light in the feet. Soft knees, always keep the knees soft. Bring it into jumping jacks. Change that to a forward and back. You can have your hands if you wish. Back to jacks. And jogging out on the spot. The heart rate should be elevated now. Lower the shoulders. Jacks one more time. And jog it out. Slow it down. And stop. So nice big circles with the arms in a forward motion. Deep breaths here. Change direction. Plant the feet, soft knees, and you're going to rotate the pelvis in one direction. Listen up that lower back and hips. Change sides. Well done. Bring it down into that squat position. Keep the heels on the floor. Push the bum towards the floor. And then you're going to stretch the bum up into the air. Stretch out the back of the leg. Let's go again. See if you can get a little bit lower this time. And push up through. And last time. This time use the elbows to slightly rotate the knees if you can. Down into your plank. Hold it here. Put one foot up towards the hand. Beside it if you can. And switch. Now if you bring your foot to here, that's fine. As long as you can get it that your hips are slightly opened up. And then if you want to progress that, put the elbow down towards the foot and get a full stretch. Let's do another one each side. And let's go down onto our side now. So we're here, bottom leg is flat, is straight out, hands are out in front, top leg at a 90-degree angle, and you're going to rotate the chest back towards the wall behind you. 6 each side. Your knee will lift off the floor, that's fine. Get your arms and your pecs and your chest in a nice big wide opening here. Last one. And then you're just going to switch over, and I'll turn over this way. You're going to switch onto your side. Last one. Onto your back now, and your 2 feet go into the ground at your bum, and you're going to rotate or bring that pelvis, roll it up towards the ceiling, and roll it back down through the spine onto the floor. So you can do 12 like that, or you can do 6 each side here. So you're pushing the pelvis towards the roof and you're trying to get a straight line from your shoulder to your knee here. So 6 each side or 12 with both feet on the floor. Switching over, get a good squeeze into that glute at the top. Breathe out as you go. Same speed up, same speed down. 2 more. Last one. And carefully bring it back up off the floor. We're going to start into our movement. So we're going to start off with our mountain climber. 2 seconds. Give myself a little bit more space here. Down onto the floor. I'm just opening windows, it's very warm. And you're going to get yourself into a plank position. And then we're going to bring the knees in towards our chest, just like we did yesterday in our mountain climber. So as always, I'm going to show you all the different variations. And as we go through, you decide which one you're going to do and you stick to 1 rep. Don't be jumping in and out of the movement like I do, okay? So I'm going to do this off the mat because it's slipping. Your hands are below your shoulders, your pelvis is tucked, you're bringing the knee in and out. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm here, slow and controlled. Tuck the pelvis down. Hands are directly below my shoulders. My bum is not in the air because that is not a mountain climber. I'm here. Core is engaged. Keep the core nice and tight. If someone was to punch you in the tummy now, you wouldn't budge. You can also do cross body, or you can simply speed this one up, but try not to bounce it. Nice and controlled. Keep it strong. Let the shoulders hold the weight. You're nearly there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Stay where you're at now. You're going to go down onto your mat, and you're going to roll over, and we're going to do our crunch. Nice basic crunch. So, as I've explained before, you keep your head and shoulders. You start here. Back is flat, head and shoulders comes up, and you either have your hands here or here. Now, whichever position you're in, lock it. Freeze completely now, and the only thing that moves is from here to here. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So as I move my hands up and down my thighs, I'm not actually moving them, it's my core that's moving them. I'm locked, I'm frozen. I'm not moving anything except my core. If you want to progress this a little bit, you're still doing the same movement, you're just lifting the legs now, so you're adding a little bit of extra resistance to the crunch. Remember to breathe. Last 10 seconds. Keep that crunch going, keep everything locked, keep the head and shoulders up. And time. Well done. Bring it up onto your feet. My voice is doing something funny this morning. And we are going to go into our lateral shuffle. Go away. There we go. So depending on how much room you have, you can either do it on the spot, so it's side to side, side to side, side to side. If you have more room, which I do now that I've moved the table, I'm going to skip it and stop, skip it. So you find your own rhythm for this. It's difficult to follow me if you've got a different size of space, but just find your rhythm in your head and count that. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm going to go across and stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. You can also on the spot. If you want to progress it, bring the knee up, bump, halfway. So the trick here is to keep your chest tall, and even if you bring the knee up, the knee comes to the chest does not go to the knee, don't do that. So it stays tall. Nearly there, 3, 2, 1, and 10, well done. Thank you. Bring it down onto your back. And we're going to do our ankle cross. Now, this is a great move And again, your legs are going to be determined here by your back. So where you lay your back on the floor, put your legs in the air, and then I'm going to ask you to lower your legs until you feel your back begin to strain or arch. That's where you stop, and we're simply moving the legs over and back, crossing ankles. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So I'm starting here. I have my knees slightly bent. I'm going to lower my legs. I'm going to go stop here, okay, because my back perhaps is starting to arch. And I'm going to simply cross the legs over and back. Now you can go lower if you can, which is fine. If that's too much, bring it back to here. It doesn't matter where your legs are as long as you're at the point of your own resistance. So your back must stay flat on that floor. Go lower if you want to challenge yourself, and you'll feel this here, engage even quicker. Last 5 seconds, come on, you can do it. Great core exercise. And time. Let's bring it up. Now, we're going to have some fun. We're going to do some punches. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with our feet. We're starting our punches with our feet because we're going to get a rhythm from our legs. So we're going forward and back. And a nice simple movement like this. Come towards me with your left leg forward. Add a punch, 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 punch. And we're going to do one side only, and we'll switch sides in the next round. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Get the feet going first, hands up, punch. Now, add your punches. So you want to be punching right out at shoulder height towards the nose of the imaginary person in front of you. So as your legs go forward, this goes forward. Nice and fast, nice and sharp. From the side, it looks like this. Breathe out on the punch. That's it, come on, you can do it. So, punch all your stresses away this morning, come on. You can speed up. So if your feet speed, your punches speed. If you slow them down, they slow down too. 3, 2, 1. Great stress buster and a great cardio move. Down onto the floor now, onto your tummy, and we're going to plank. So we're on plank. We did look at this yesterday as well. You're on your forearm, you're on your toes, your bum automatically does this, so you tuck it down and you hold. I'll show variations as we go through. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So this is your basic plank. Now, in this position, if you're doing it correctly, your core is tight, your core is engaged, your bum is squeezed, your elbows and your shoulders are carrying your weight, and your feet are balancing you more than anything. If it gets very rocky, step the feet out a little bit like that. If it's too much, do it from the knees, but still keep that pelvis tucked. If you're here now, yeah, keep going. If you're here now, and you find it difficult to stay up, dip the knee, and reset. 10 seconds. Nearly there. And time. Well done. Bring it back up onto your toes for jumping jacks. So just the same as we did in the warm-up. I'll show some variations again now for different modification reasons, okay? 3, 2, 1. So your basic jack, as you know, is this. Out and in. Making a star. You sometimes see this. Get the arms up above. So reach them at the top here. And then down. Out, in. If you find lateral movement or lateral jumping difficult, step it back instead. You can also do your jacks like this. If you have the coordination, go for it. So you can do that. You can also go here. So do you see what I mean about me jumping in and out? If you're doing what I'm doing right now, you're not training, you're just jumping about. But I'm trying to show you the different variations that you can decide which one you're going to do. And time. And we're going down onto our back for the last exercise, which is the dead bug, which is a great core move. And a lovely stretchy, I love this move. So we're going to lie on our back, we're going to put our knees at a 90-degree angle, our hands are here. Beginners, you're going to push your legs up towards the ceiling and back. That's the basic there, okay? Advancing that on, you're going to move that heel lower if you can. Again, you let your back decide how low your leg goes, and for those of you who really want to go for it, you're going to bring the opposite hand and leg out and in. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, advanced, you're here. Look at how I lead with my heel. I'm not kicking my leg, I'm not pointing my toe, I'm leading with my heel. I'm able to go the whole way to the floor without my back arching. If your back arches here, stop here. Go where you're allowed to go. Your back will tell you. If you want to keep this very basic, and you're a beginner and you're just getting used to the move, go with this. Which at the start you're like, what am I doing here? But then you suddenly realise that your hips are really working here. And if you're going a little bit lower, your core is now working as well. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Grab a drink, we're going to do that over again. We're going to do the same thing again. The only change that we have to make this time is that our boxing is going to be on the other side, okay? So, as always, just before we go into the second round, if you have any questions or concerns or worries, jot them into the comments or send a wee message or put a wee message up onto the group, and myself or Emma will come back to you as soon as possible, all right? So we're going to go again. We're going to start down on the floor in our mountain climbers. So if you want to get into your position, again, remember you can do this off as counter if you are starting off. Sorry, in and out. Or you can go to your sofa as long as it's stable enough to hold you. And you're going to a lower surface and you're going to do in and out by keeping the back flat as well. By doing that then, you're getting up the confidence to go to the floor. So when you're ready, hands below the shoulders, starting in your plank, always begin in your plank, let's go. Knees come in. Keep that pelvis tucked, but keep the back straight. Don't let the back dip. You're not on this crack here. You're here, you're in, you're out. Nice and controlled. And once again, as with all of these moves, you may be used to seeing people online or whatever, and they're flying through them like this here. That's not a mountain climber, that's just going to hurt your shoulders. So you're going in and out, in and out, in and out. I want to cross it over, I want to speed it up, but I'm not bouncing. See how there's no jumping? 5 seconds, guys, keep going. And time. So even when I speed it up and go at it fast, I'm still in that plank position, I'm not jumping. Let's turn over onto our back now for our crunch. Again, decide which one you're doing. Beginners, lock, here. Next crew, you're going to go here. Advanced, you're here. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Whichever one you're in, you go up and down because you move the core. So imagine you're pushing your rib cage towards your pelvis, and you're trying to make this space smaller. You contract it in, and it pulls head and shoulders up for you. Want to advance it on? I'm here. Advanced crew, go for the toes. You're really getting a good deep crunch. Now if you're here and you're just moving your hands up and down, you ain't crunching, honey. One up and down. Let's go here. You may be there. Breathe. Last 3 seconds. And time. Bring it back up onto your toes. We're going sideways on our lateral shuffle. If you just did the shuffle the last time, try now to bring in the knee for me, okay? 3, 2, 1. Again. Let's go. Find your rhythm. Knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knee. So even if you're on the spot, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're bringing the knee up. So this is the great thing about these workouts, is that you don't need that much space. We have friends who do these on their hall landing, or at the top of their stairs, or in their living room, wherever. You make space and we modify for you. Last 10 seconds, come on, keep going. Keep that chest up. You're nearly there. And time. Bring it back down onto the floor now for our lovely ankle cross. And again, your back will determine where your legs go. 3, starting here, 2, let's go. So you're going to put your legs as low as you can before your back arches, and you're simply going to cross those heels over each other. Nice and controlled. If you're doing this and you just wonder what I'm doing, that means you're not doing it properly. You need to extend the legs a wee bit lower to here if you can, and you're going to extend and cross, keeping this part of your back flat and this part of your tummy really, really working here. You've got 10 seconds left, keep going. So when we say that your back dictates where your legs go, if your back arches, your legs are no longer doing the work and your back is actually doing all the work and your core isn't. And that's how you end up hurting your back. So listen to your body. 3, 2, and 10. Yeah, listen to your body. If your back arches, it's telling you your legs are too low. If your back can stay flat, it's telling you, go ahead. You've got more in your core. So listen to your body when it's speaking to you. Bring it back up onto your feet. Let's box with the other side. Remember, get the feet going first. Forward, 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 punch. Okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, I know we're jumping here. You can do this on the spot. It's not as effective as a cardio move, but if you have issues with pelvic floor and you find the bouncing difficult, punch it out and back. From the side, back, step. So again, do you see how we can always modify? If you want to advance it, speed it up. Keep that arm nice and locked here. Keep it high, shoulder height. It's at the exact same height as my shoulder the whole way through. Other hands here. Ready to punch. 3 and 10. So going onto the floor for our plank. Onto our front again. Remember to do this off your knees or your toes. Try it off your feet, and then you can go to the knees if it gets too much. Okay? 3, 2, 1. My shoulders are right above my elbows. I've got my bum here, and then I lower it down. So imagine that you're tucking your pelvis towards your chest. Squeeze that core. And breathe. Don't hold your breath here. So you find that you might be shaking, it's perfectly normal. You're halfway. And if it's too much, again, don't come out of it. Just rest the leg for a split second, and that resets you. Because if you come out of it altogether, it takes too long to get back in. You're nearly there. 3 more seconds, guys. Stay up. And 10. Carefully coming down out of that. And we bring it back up for our last wee round. We're going to do our jumping jacks. Ready to go. No stopping here now. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So you should be really feeling this now, this round. So again, remember, out and down, out and down. And again, if you have issues with pelvic floor, step it back, and then if you want to progress on from that, that's really easy. Lift the hands at the same time as you lift the leg back. So you're still getting a good full body movement there. 10 seconds, come on, push it right, this is your last one. And time, let's go onto the floor for our dead bug, or as I like to call it, the upturned turtle. And again, we're going to think about our back, we're going to think about our technique, we're going to start here, and we're going to try and go eventually to here and up, but for most of us right now, we're going to go to here. Or we're just going to do the legs only. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, you decide here now, which one am I doing? And you do all your reps in that movement. There is a little point in going from here to here, and then going up here, and then throwing on the arms. So you're doing nothing there, okay? You're just flailing about. So we're going low if we can, squeezing the core, keeping the back flat. My core is doing the work. My hips are levering the legs, but it's my core that's holding it up. And I bring it back with my core as well. Hands then, when I can, extend them as well. But you don't have to. You can do this quite effectively with just the legs. 3, 2, and 10. Well done. Take it back up onto your feet. Just for a few seconds now, grab a drink. And we can cool down. If you want to do another round of that, if you feel like you have more energy and you want to go with another round, just rewind back now about 7 or 8 minutes and do that last set again. Keep it short and sweet on Tuesdays. I'm also going on to teach Strong Nation tonight at 8 o'clock, which will be live streamed into the group as well. So 2 is plenty for me this morning. So 2 is fine, but you can go back and watch the third round if you want and do the third time. So you're walking around now, you've had a drink, we're going to cool down. So plant your feet into the floor, soften the knees, and I want the same big circles that we did at the start. We often find that our shoulders are up here by the time we finish training, so we're going to try and get them lowered down. Go nice and big with the arms. And again, don't let the core loose, keep the core nice and tight. That is how you keep your body safe. Change direction. If you're doing stretches and this kind of movement and you've let your tummy just go and you're all loose, you're going to hurt your shoulders, you're going to hurt your back. The core is what keeps you stable and safe. Arms go out. Forward. Out, a wee bit further back then. So you're really getting that chest opened up and stretched here now. Let's go diagonal with those just for an extra deep stretch, because there was quite a bit of shoulder work in those plank moves. Change sides. Last one. Okay, go down onto your mat, now onto your back. So that's the upper body loosened out. We're going onto your back now. We're going to just let everything fall into the floor. Another deep breath. Now bring those 2 knees in carefully. Shoulders are forward. You're going to hug the knees into your chest. And then you can rock side to side if you can. Just let the lower back get rolled out on that floor. Hold on to that left knee and extend the right leg. Again, look, you can go up here, or if your back can do it, you can go low to here. You do your own version of this stretch. Now, because you're holding the knee, switch over, you should be able to go a wee bit lower, because actually you're stabilizing the back with this as well. So you'll find that you probably go lower here than you would in some of the exercises. You might even get to here. Squeeze the bum if you do. 2 feet back on the floor. Ankle on the knee. And again, you can just push with the knee here. Okay? Or you can reach through and draw that leg back. So you're stretching all down here, whole way up your leg, and then you push the heel towards the ceiling for some extra ow. Switching sides, always carefully and slowly and controlled. So we're here, and then push that up. The calves are so tight. And then bring it back down. You're going to go onto your side or onto your front if you can, whichever you want to do. Onto your side, I'll show both here. Arms out for balance. You're going to reach for that leg, push the knees back together, and bring the heel as close to your bum as you can. So there's a straight line from my bottom foot here to my shoulders. If you can, roll over now, do it on the other side. I'm going to show the other side on the front, for those of you who prefer it this way. If you are doing it on your front, push that pelvis now into the floor to feel a deeper stretch in the quad. And carefully, now this is a really important move, hands under your shoulders and just look at the wall. Don't push yourself up. You can come to here if you wish, but don't push yourself or you'll hurt your back. This is just a stretch of the abdomen, that's all you're doing. You're just looking at the wall. Bring up onto your knees and you're going to go back into your child's pose. Allow a nice deep stretch in the whole back and up into the underneath the shoulders here. You should really feel that here in the lats and the obliques as well. That's it. Nice and deep. Put your toes into the floor for me now. Hands below the shoulders. Push that bum up in the air and then push the heels back if you can. So we've got a nice pike move here. And we're stretching the backs of those legs again. Use the hands and carefully walk yourself up. And we're just going to finish off with the legs here. Step back, lower down, tilt that pelvis and hold. It's a good stretch for the knee as well. And we bring it back up. I'm going to turn around, step back with the other leg, and you don't have to turn. I'm doing it so that you can see the camera. And bring it back up. We're going to push the hands out in front. Up above. Really stretch that core out there now. Back to your side. And then hold the hands behind the back, and if you can, roll those shoulders down and extend the arms and tuck the pelvis. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. That was superb. I hope you're all enjoyed that this morning. The light is so bright on me. And I will see hopefully some of you in here tonight.